Peace to the family. It's Brother Polight, and we're here to talk to you about all the money that's actually out there that's available that people are skeptical about, because one of the most common things that people say is, how the hell is Polight getting these people all this money? Is it safe? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. Can we trust them? Because I don't want to get the money and get in trouble. As you can see, I'm still here. So what I would do is tell you, of course, you know the program is $2,000. I get you access to anywhere between $100,000 to $300,000 that you don't have to pay back. I get you way better credit availability for your credit cards, way better credit cards. So not only are your credit cards giving you six figures, and then combine the credit cards together, you'll have $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 or more in credit equity. I'm also getting you the type of credit cards that you don't get late fees. You hear that? You won't get late fees on your credit cards. And the type of credit cards that don't give you foreign transaction fees, and the type of credit cards that you could turn off credit reporting. So imagine if you had credit cards, you could turn off credit reporting and you don't get late fees. Then that means you have credit equity. You have monies available to you that you can invest with a clear conscience, coupled with the monies that I also help you get access to. Just think about it. Just think about it. Okay? And now, so let's keep going. So when you pay your $2,000, you're going to get access to six figures, anywhere between $100,000 and $300,000 that you don't got to pay back. You're going to get credit equity taking you up to six figures. You're going to get a caseworker that's going to be assigned to you to deal with your credit needs exclusively and immediately. And then you're also going to get me as your mentor, one of the best things you could get out the program, because I'm going to prepare you for the funds coming in so you have a working business model so you could amass wealth and employ wealth stewardship, meaning generational wealth, not just money for now, but money for later in your passing, for your children, for your friends, your family, your advocacy, your well-wishes. That's the $2,000. Plus, you're going to get the website where you can track the results, see the deleted items as they're being removed and the positive items as they're being added, for $2,000. And then people complain. But I'm giving you the ability to amass wealth. I'm giving you the ability, I hate to say it, to become a millionaire. Because people think that projection is too large. When we scale up that high for our goals, people get intimidated because they're like, how could I just become a millionaire listening to somebody on the internet who happens to be a millionaire? I'll add. Okay? So this stream is not for the people who think small-minded, who believe they're not deserving of their daily bread. We're going to get our daily bread. So if you don't envision yourself getting that much money, please leave from the stream, because this is for the wealth builders here. So I'm going to give you some free game right now. I'm going to give you some free game. Okay? And part of that free game, first of all, you're going to go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. You're going to leave your full name and your phone number whenever you're ready to spend your $2,000 to change your financial paradigm, to change your life. So one of the things we want to talk about is, how am I getting people access to these free monies? When you join the program, we vet through about 18 different opportunities that exist that are giving away money, so to speak. Okay? And when we say giving money away, so to speak, what we mean by that is, and there go a Negro, be careful, y'all. See, whenever it's time for you to get your money, coincidentally, people get access to the stream to infer doubt, to stop you from getting your blessings. Meanwhile, I'm giving you words and terms that you can look up. You can type it up. Say, for instance, you could type up 7202, okay? The 7202 form is what? That's sick leave, right? For you as an individual, or you in terms of your family. You could get paid twice from that. This is some money that's available to you. If you're in my program, contact your caseworker or text the admin line and let them know you also want that money, because there's over $10,000 available to you, maybe even 15 upward, okay? I go through 18 different opportunities, depending on your gender, your age, your race, your city, state, jurisdiction. We find out how much years you was in business, how many years you wasn't in business, how many years you've been in school, how many years you wasn't in school. There's monies available for so many different types of people. You belong to probably 4, 5, 6, or even 7 of these categories. Get access to the monies you don't have to pay back. People like, how you going to get money you don't have to pay back? It's called a tax credit. These are things that's employed by way of the IRS or by way of the Treasury. Or in other cases, you have the Family First COVID Act, right? Or the Family First COVID Response Act. Okay? Family First COVID Response Act, the FFCRA. And that's the one where they have a 7202 application that says if you were impacted in some shape, form, or fashion, where your ability to grow money or make money was impeded upon because of COVID around the time of April 1st to December 31st, 2020. April 1st to December 31st, 2020, the 7202 form by way of the Family First COVID Response Act, then you're entitled to monies as an individual up to $511 per day. Think about that. Sick leave. And in the aggregate, it'll take you to about $5,110. But for a family, you get as much as $200 credit per day and as high as $10,000 in the aggregate. And I know we got to go through all these different words and terms. But the point in case is this. If you work for yourself, this applies to you. If you work for someone else, this applies to you. If you own your own business, this applies to you. The application process may be a little bit difficult, but what you need to know about that Form 7202, you go to box number 14. Box number 14. And that's the one that's important to you because if you're self-employed, you might say, yo, I don't be dealing with the banks, or yo, I only drive Uber, I'm just a barber. Then this applies to you. I don't care if you don't got a bank account. You should get your $10,000, $15,000, $16,000 because you could claim the money twice. One, for you as an individual, and two, because not only was your money slowed down due to the pandemic, but you also was hindered because someone in your family had it, and maybe you had to take off from work to take care of your brother, your sister, your niece, your nephew, your aunt, your uncle, your roommate, your tenant. Maybe your tenant was impacted negatively. Maybe your roommate was impacted negatively, and therefore it hindered your ability to save money because you had to come up with their side of the rent money to facilitate your living situation. So one, you could have been impacted immediately as an individual, and two, you could have been impacted immediately based on your family paradigm. And this is the case for all of you. This took place during April 1st to December 31st, 2020. If you understand what I'm saying, 7202, Form 7202. I give you these GPS instructions, right? I give you the terms, 7202. I give you Family First, okay? Family First, what? Family First COVID Response Act. So I give you the FFCRA, Family First COVID Response Act. By way of the Family First COVID Response Act, you have Form 7202 that facilitates funding for people that you don't have to pay back based on sick leave at $511 per day, which would accumulate to as much as $5,110 in the aggregate for the individual and as much as $200 as a credit per each day in terms of your family, which will give you as high as $10,000 in the aggregate. Okay? You may say, this sounds all difficult and everything, and that's why I'm your mentor. All I do is study money, and I study where the money's at. While everybody BSing, looking up gossip, and look at this funny thing on Instagram, and y'all send it to her, and she sends it to you, you send it to them, and everyone's sharing all this BS. I be over here studying, where's the next money at? Because they're not going to teach you in school where the next money is at, that's available. They're not going to teach you in school where the money is available. The basketball court probably ain't going to have no available information for you either. The news isn't going to, hey, here's an incredible update. We want you to look up the Family First COVID Response Act and apply by way of Form 7202, especially if you're working for yourself. Can't prove you have income or can prove you have income. No excuses. If you're out there and you can't prove you have income, and you're out there and you can't prove you got income, if you're out there and you work for yourself, if you're out there and you work for somebody else, but you have been impacted by this damn virus, if it's true you've been impacted, specifically around the time of April 1st to December 31st, 2020, then why don't you have about $10,000, $15,000 in your pocket right now? Because the people you hang out with may not be in your best interest, not intentionally, but you got to get in a circle where people know where the money is at. Or you got to listen to educational things where people are not just, people think educational data on the internet is people speaking speculatively or in a motivational fashion about money and unity. And that's cool. We can leverage that as it incites and riles things up inside of us to want to do more for ourselves and our kind. But we need some specific instructions like, where do I go to get the money? That's what we need. Where do I go to get the money? That's what we need to know. No more just long 2-hour, 1-hour conversations on podcasts. And damn, when you leave, you feel smart, but you're still broke. You know my saying, I'm too smart to be broke. You go to brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to spend your $2,000 to get access to over 6 figures. I'm just giving you one example of monies that's available. You can look it up. Form 7202, Family First COVID Response Act. You can see you could apply twofold, one for you and one on account of the fact you're part of a family, and get access to your funds. Get access to your funds. Okay? This is what it is. I'm just giving you an example. I'm just giving you an example of money that's available. I also told you about the employee retention credit, the ERC, where you get what? Up to $26,000 per employee. Not for 1099, but for W-2. So if you had W-2 employees, you get up to $26,000 per each employee that you have as part of your business. Okay? And I spoke to you about that. And you don't have to go through the whole, be perplexed about the nuances of the application, or pay somebody over here $700, $800, $1,000 just for the application, then give them a commission when you get the money. We're here for you to do these things. We're here for you to do these things. This is what we do. This is what we do. Okay? You pay your $2,000 and you get access to anywhere between 100 grand and 300 grand plus that you don't have to pay back, because by the time we're done vetting through these different agencies, we'll see which ones where you meet the criteria and which ones you fall just a little shy of the criteria. You might need X amount of employees, 5 or more. You might need to be in business for 2 years. Imagine someone says, Polight, so you told me that I could get funding for my business, right? However, my business hasn't been active, or my business is new, or I don't have enough employees, or I haven't made enough money. How is it I still can get the available funding for my business if I don't meet the criteria? It's called adding positive items to your credit report. Because what many of you, contrary to what most people believe the end all is to get to a 700, 750 credit score, and then the world is going to be given to them. But unbeknown to many people, by the time you finally achieve that so-called good credit score, you still don't get no funding. You still can't get a black card. You still can't get a card worth over $100,000. You still can't get funding for 100 grand, 200 grand, or 300 grand. So what good is that credit score? Unless there are other scores that are impacting you significantly, impeding on your ability to amass wealth or have access to significant lines of credit, significant sums of money. And that's because you only know about TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, and FICO. You don't know that there's over 30 different financial institutions and credit bureaus alike that have a say on how much monies you can get, when you can get those monies, or if you're just going to get cut off from the rip and not get access to any of it in the first place. And the same goes for your credit cards. So our job is to remove the blockades that are brought about by way of the covert credit scoring system that takes place, because there's over 30 different credit bureaus that you don't know about. So a lot of times we'll work for people and they'll say, I haven't seen nothing change in my credit score. I'm like, which one are you talking about? TransUnion, Experian, Equifax, FICO? Yeah. Wait, bro. Wait, sis. Chill. We're removing the firewalls from LexisNexis, from CSAS, from Check System, spelled with an X. We're working on your behalf to make sure that when we do make a move, when we do put forth a petition, you are not disavowed, because then now we got to go through the process again for another 30, 60 days before we could apply again, in some instances, depending on the funds that we're looking to get for you. Let us do our work the right way. You hired us because we clearly know something that you may not know. And I say that respectfully and not in a condescending fashion. People got to chill. Sometimes text and say what you need. Don't attempt to call us, hey, I just wanted to know if anything's going on. Because what if the answer is, hey, nothing's going on? Text that. Text. Do you need anything else from me? No, we doing the heavy lifting. You could have texted that. But instead, you're going to get upset. No one's responding to me. No one's talking to me. Because y'all be just trying to have a conversation and then, yeah, so what you need? Damn, I forgot my question. I should have wrote it down. But yo, since you're on the phone, can you cure herpes? Nigga, this is not a hotline for any and all things. That's why we got administrators for the website. That's why we got you a caseworker. That's why you got phone lines. That's why you got emails. That's why you got the website for your transparency, so you can see the deleted items as they're removed, and you can see the positive items that we're adding, which is the most important, because it's not so much your negative items. I swear to you, a lot of times we can keep all that negativity on your credit report. So long as we're adding positive items, because that's people's biggest problem. They don't have enough credit history and experience to leverage into conversations where they could petition to get more funding. And y'all probably think I'm joking. I see the emoji smiles. I'm dead ass serious. People don't know what they want to ask after they hound you like, is it a medical emergency to talk to somebody? Then you get on the phone. Well, fuck it. Since I don't remember I don't even really know what I was going to ask. Let me just do a free for all. And that's what hurts us, because we got to service so many different people. That's why we got so many different venues and different outlets for you to be able to communicate with somebody to get the job done. You feel me? That's what we got to do. Okay? So you have the family leave, okay? And you have the sick leave for just you yourself. Okay? And again, this is by way of the Family First COVID Response Act, the FFCRA, by way of Form 7202. There's no reason why you're not walking around here with $10,000 to $15,000 extra in your pocket. Then you had to, and so we go back to the business part when I was saying, but Polight, you could get monies for a business. You could get me $100,000, $200,000 in business, but what if I don't have the amount of employees, the business history, haven't made the right amount of money, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera? Then how the hell are you going to get me money for that business? The same way you could put someone under your credit, like as far as credit card, you could kind of vouch for them, so to speak, the same way you could do with businesses. By way of a shelf corp, you can leverage another business history for your very own. Perfectly legal. And now the data that you was missing, now that we've added those positive items to your report, now you have access to funds that you never knew you could get access to. If you're paying rent, your credit should be going up, because we can get you, if you report that you paid rent on your credit, your score go up 50 or more points. How many of you knew that you could report the fact that you are a renter or a rentee? How many of you knew this? Can y'all hear me? You never been late for your credit cards, but you all maxed out. You want to get rid of that situation, because it's about credit utilization. Okay, and we can help you with that. But yeah, you can. Oh, okay. So yeah, you can use the fact that you rent and report the fact that you are renting your apartment, and you can leverage that to get you 50 plus points on your credit report. So many of you pay rent to somebody. You're just not living here, homeless, on your phone. Most of you rent from somebody. Most of you pay a mortgage. Why are you not using your mortgage or the fact that you're paying rent month to month as leverage to get 50 plus points up on your credit? Your address is worth another 50, 75 points. If you get a new address that has a median income over $50,000 or more where you live, especially if the median income is over $150,000 where wealth begins, the contrast in the old address and the average income and the new address, where are you going to get the new address? Get a mailing address at City Hall or get a mailing address by way of FedEx, UPS, and make sure that it's in a neighborhood that's highly reputable, low crime, favoring school district, where the median income is over $150,000 a year. And inside of 2 months, your score will go up 50 to 75 plus higher just for changing your address and looking like you have some stability for 2 months consecutive in an area that contrasts in median income that's favorable to you, because it looks like you can handle business now. Okay. Just giving this information up for free. This is stuff you're going to learn when you deal with me and you get the service. Okay, you pay $2,000. Thank you for appreciating the knowledge that I'm sharing. I actually have to get off soon. Make sure you share the video when I upload it to the page. Yes, I'll be saving the video. I'm going to upload it to the page immediately after this. Dropping gems as always. Thank you. Wealth is nifty, says dropping gems as always. Frost 716 said, thanks for the gems. Appreciate it. And while y'all at it, when you get a chance, check out that video and that video snippet that I put. One of my new music videos is on my Instagram story. Tell me what you think about it. Thank you, the fucking maestro. This man is the truth. I sent in my papers to the credit bureaus and my score flew. Thank you, the fucking maestro. Pardon my language, that's his name. Thank you for showing me love. I see y'all in here showing love today, huh? You having a problem with the website? Send us a text. Untamed Customs. That's technical. Maybe something on your end or ours, so let us know. Okay, we'll figure it out. Loyalty Films, just send us a message tomorrow. But yes, it's $2,000. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to change your financial paradigm and take things to the very next level. Leave your full name and phone number. You go to brotherpolight 45 at gmail.com. It's actually pinned right there to the bottom. Only when you're ready to spend. Only when you're ready to spend. Please, when I'm on live stream, there's no way I could possibly respond through several different mediums when I'm on live stream. Music video go crazy. Thank you, man. Paying off bills doesn't necessarily, it helps. But sometimes you could pay off a debt and it works. A lot of times you pay off a debt, it works to your disadvantage. When you pay off a debt that's been outstanding, you want to call TransUnion, Equifax, and you want to let them know you don't want the credit of you paid the debt off on your report. You don't want the fact that you paid off your debt on your credit report, because the fact that it took so long for you to pay off the debt is going to be on your report, and then lenders will be fearful to give you any monies or give you opportunities. It is best that no one knew you ever owed than for someone to know you owed longer than the time you were supposed to and you finally paid it off, if that makes sense. You're the guy who does pay you back but never on time versus the guy who has no record of ever owing somebody money and failing to pay on time. So you can ask them, when you pay off a debt, please expunge that from the record. I don't want it on the record. Because if you leave on the record that you paid your debt off, your score goes down. Yes, your score will go down if you leave on a record that you paid your debt off. The score will go down. Oh yeah, please keep your monitoring services active. Thank you, Doug Jennings 199. That's important. When you work with us, please leave your credit monitoring services active, meaning pay for it each month. That's for your protection, so we don't have to work backwards, and it's also in sync with the algorithm of our website. You will not be able to see your updates and what you got going on if you cut off your monitoring services. Got 7 bad reports off your credit in the first month. Salute. That's what's up. Bad Wayne _C.rich.sound. Great to hear. Mine went up on, okay. Yeah, you pay off a student loan and see if your credit score gonna go up or down after you pay off a student loan. Just when the student loan was beating your ass, just imagine leaving it on your report that you confirmed that it paid off. These are things you could look up. You may have never heard of it, but then once I say it, you can look it up and then you could go, oh shit, he's telling the truth. So the argument is non-cipher, God. Like, you just look it up. I have no idea who you are. Please text the right venue so you can get access. Because if I don't know who you are, I'm going to give you access. Keep the experience active. No, keep Identity IQ active. Okay, guys. I'll talk to y'all later. Tap in. Make sure you share the video. Stop wasting your time. The value of the dollar is actually going down. Countries are working in collusion and in conspiracy and in a united effort to not have to utilize America as much as they used to, including their dollar. And with the newly found AI systems, the technological advancements, the cryptocurrencies, the dollar is actually on decline significantly. It's moving at a faster rate than ever before. And the AI systems is depleting humans of jobs. I know it sounds like the Terminator out here. I'm not just saying this so you can spend your $2,000 so you can be safe, stack up your funds, and get in tune with the new world that's coming in. Just do your current events. See what China is doing. See what the Arabs are doing. Everybody's going out their way to flush America out. And if America, one of the major things that America has over the rest of the world is the value of their dollar. And when the value of the dollar goes down, America won't have the leverage and control and the favor that they normally have over other nations, which means it's going to implicate you greatly in terms of the workforce of Americans. It's going to be extremely hard. So if you think you're seeing layoffs now, all you have to do is look at the Fortune 500 companies and see how they're downsizing and laying a bunch of people off. Anytime the best businesses in the world have to lay off people by the thousands, there will be a trickle-down effect where the smaller business. Okay? For the person that's on the live stream saying you're texting, you're calling, trying to talk to me, yeah, I'm not gonna disconnect from the live stream to find out who you are through your IG name, to reverse engineer and give you a call. You people gotta be realistic. Contact your caseworker, send an email, send a text, leave a message through the website portal. But let's be realistic. These are the things that makes things difficult to service people. Follow the protocols, man. Don't take it personal. There's not much businesses you get a chance to talk to people directly. If you deal with Stripe, you deal with PayPal, those people will freeze your account and not have you talk to nobody. They tell you just send an email or leave a message and somebody respond back. And it's normally an AI system responding back to you, not even a human being. And they'll freeze your goddamn account. And you don't treat them like that. You just accept it. Okay, I sent the email. I'll wait patiently. I'll send another email. Meanwhile, all your money can keep coming in, but they won't give you access to your money to come out. Y'all don't act like that. I actually make myself available, but God damn it, I can't make myself that available all the time. That's not fair to think that. It's not fair to think that. I can't be available all the time. That's one of my biggest faults, is being available, because then people expect to be able to call me like I'm their homeboy. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. You'd be surprised how much people I got to communicate with day to day. I'm a family man. I got 5 wives. I got my children. You know what I'm saying? My little girls at different ages. One turning 17. One turning 4. Like, so aside from that, then I'm leading the whole community. And when you're the money man, and then I'm helping people with their health on the side, like when you're doing all of that, it gets intense. So just take all that in consideration, good brothers and sisters. I mean, no disrespect at all. I mean, no disrespect at all. Trust me when I say it. Okay, y'all. Check out the video on the stories. I won't be touching base with nobody until about 7 or 8 p.m. this evening. Keep that in mind. Okay? Blessings in abundance. brotherpolight45@gmail.com. Leave your full name and your phone number when you're ready to make it happen. Peace.